Hi everyone, it's Lisa Enos. It's Updo Monday. A lot of you have been asking me to do a hairstyle that is on shorter hair. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to show you how to do this bun, this center low bun on somebody with shorter hair. Okay, so let me show you my sectioning. I've cut one of my mannequins here. So she's got just, like a medium bob length hair. Okay, so my sectioning is, I've taken this whole back section and we're gonna put that into the bun. And then I've just taken from the top to the back of the ear on this, just about a half moon section off the front fringe, and then another section on this side to the back of the ear. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. This is how you're gonna do this low bun on shorter hair. Okay, so you just want to take this whole section here, and I've prepped my model. I've curled her with like a 3/4 inch barrel iron, okay? So we're just going to take this into a low ponytail. Let me get this nice and smooth. Let me get a band. Bring this into a low ponytail. Okay, you want to make sure you give just a little bit of room right through here so we can pull topsy-tail this through, because that's how we're going to get this bun. Okay, so I'm just going to take my finger, I'm going to slice right through the middle there, and I'm going to just topsy-tail flip this ponytail, and then since I flipped that out, then I'm going to pull it, and that's going to create this bun for me right here. Now, when it's really short, we're not going to have to pin this to the bottom. We're just going to get this as big as possible, and we're going to spray it, and we're just going to pin the ends to make that bun stay. So it looks like you have a bun without having to actually have all that length to pin one down. But if you have a little bit more length, you can take the middle and you can pin it right to the base. But we don't have enough here to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start back combing underneath this bun here, just underneath. So we're going to fan this out as much as possible. Okay, so then I'm going to take one of my big bobby pins, the really big ones. Okay, I'm going to flip this up right here, and I'm going to pin right at this base right here so it doesn't have a tendency to want to fall back through. Okay, so right now we're just going to take that and we're just going to pin right to the base, right through that ponytail. And that's just going to help give us a little bit of security right there. And then what I'm going to do is make sure I'm going to fan as much as I can these ends out right there. And I'm going to take just a smaller pin and we're going to pin right through these ends, right where my ends are right here. I want to pin, make sure that I anchor that down so they don't have a tendency to want to go back in, but they're going to stay really fanned out like that. Okay, so I want to do both sides there. I'm going to get my pin here and just lift that up and pin that corner right there. And that's just going to secure that for me from coming back in. So it's going to leave it really fanned out, okay? So then I'm going to get my comb and I'm just going to start to go through this and tease it, and we're going to use our spray and we're just going to form this bun through here. Now your spray is going to be really helpful. Use a good working spray. At the end you can use a freezing spray, but just use a working spray for right now. That'll help you just be able to still work through all of that hair without it getting stuck with a freezing spray. And then I don't use a freezing spray till I like where everything is, where everything's laying. And see, we're just going to form this really pretty bun right through here. We're going to get that top as smooth as possible. So you just want to make sure that you're just barely raking over the top and not pulling out any of that back combing. And then that's just going to form that really pretty bun through there. Okay, then I'm going to go in with my working spray. And I'm really going to just spray that down. This goes really fast. You know, updos don't have to be complicated. You just need to simplify them. It's the detail work that will really make it look special. So just take your time at doing all the detail work and getting stuff smooth, of working clean. But if you kind of have a roadmap of where you're going, it goes by really fast. Okay, so I'm going to take this section out. And I'm just going to put this in about 3 sections here. I'm just going to pull a section out from the bottom of this side right there. I'm going to clip this up out of the way. Now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to smooth this out. You can use a comb. I like to use my fingers a lot. And what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of let this just form this curl through here. I'm just going to form this curl pattern through here. Okay, now if I have some loose hair through here, I'm going to use just a little bit of my working spray. And then I'm just going to start placing these where I want them. All right, now I'm just going to, I like where that is. So I'm just going to start pinning those in place. And I'm just going to go right through that. And that's just going to hold for me that curl. All right, so then I want this kind of lay down, this little end for me. So I'm just going to hold a clip right there, just like that. Okay, so we're just going to do that. We're just going to take sections. I'm going to take the next section here. I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, so I just want, and you just want to see where this is going to lay the best. So I'm just going to, see, I don't want that seam to show. I'm going to let that hang over just a little bit through there. And then I'm going to bring this back around through here. And I'm going to just let that kind of form where it wants to go. So I'm going to hold that. I'm just going to take my pin, regular pin, and I'm going to go right through that curl just to hold it for me enough to where it'll just not go anywhere. Okay, so I'm going to take a clip. I'm going to hold those ends right there. Okay, I'm going to use my working spray. I'm going to kind of spray that into place. And we're just going to take our next section, do the same thing. And we're just going to go all the way down or all the way up. Okay? Now see, with this color, this just really pops. So, I mean, if you got fashion color, your fashion color is just really going to show off all your detail work just like a blonde would. All right, so we're just going to let that, it's kind of like you're doing a little bit of a ridge too and doing a separation of these curls. So I'm just going to hold that. I'm just going to put a pin right through there just to hold it for me. I'm going to put a clip right through the end. Right here, just to hold those ends in place for me. Use a little bit of working spray right there. So super easy, guys. You just work with it. Don't make it complicated, and it'll go really fast for you. Okay, this is our last one. We're gonna kind of bring that, let it you just let it swirl. You just let that curl just work for you in here. Hold that there. I'm going to go right through this. This one's a little bigger, so I'm going to put 2 pins right through there. I'm going to let that just swirl over. And just lock my ends down. Use my working spray here. I want a little bit of definition between these pieces. If you want a little bit more, you can always take a just a little clip and then just pinch these into place like this. Okay, that's just going to add just a little bit of some definition, a little bit of a ridge. And that's what's going to set your work apart, is when you do things like this. Okay? You're just working really clean through here. All right, so we're going to go through and we're going to do this side. Here, and do the same thing. We're going to start off at the bottom. Get a section here. We're just going to kind of let that bend. I want this to come around, this little swirl. I want it to come around here. So I'm just going to hold that there, and then I'm going to let that bend, and I'm going to hold that in place. And then just take a pin. I'm just going to go right through that whole section through there. Okay. That one's sitting good for me, so I'm not going to clip it. Get my working spray there. Well, I might have to clip it. Wants to stick out now. Clip that in place. I'll take my next one through here. Now see, this whole color just really makes this hairdo. You're not going to get this much. It's not going to look as detailed just on a brunette. But when you have fashion colors like this, that just everything pops, or a blonde, everything just pops. And it really just shows off this beautiful work. Okay, you just make that swirl there. Okay, I've got this last piece right here. So super easy, guys. It really is super easy. I think sometimes we just overcomplicate things when we're doing an updo. You know, sometimes we get lost in the weeds. We don't know which way to go. But if you have some basic skills in your, arsenal already, you can get through an updo really easy. It's just really just uncomplicating everything. That is just really going to do it for you. So just have a roadmap. You have to practice. I'll practice an updo. I'll put it up, take it down, put it up, take it down. I'll probably do it 10 times, until I feel really confident in knowing how to do it. So I just want a little bit more definition through here. So I'm just going to pinch some of those into place right there. Those little ridges. I'm just going to have a little bit of that going on. Can take that out now. Those are pretty dry through there. All right, and then all I'm going to do with this front is I'm just going to comb it out and just let it hang right in the front. So I'm just going to comb it out smooth, and I'm just going to get it to where I really like how it's laying. So I'll just play with it just a little bit. I'm going to brush this curl out just a little bit. I'm just going to let it relax just a little tiny bit through here. And then you just, you've got to just work with curls sometimes. Sometimes you got to just work with it a little bit to where it'll really start to relax and lay exactly how you want it to lay. And I love just this pop of pink in here. And just work with it until you get it to where you want it. It's just really easy, guys. That's, updo's really, it doesn't have to be difficult. But you can make it to where it looks difficult. Like people like, how'd you do that? That's the kind of work I like, is something that was so easy, but people just don't know how you did it. So I'm going to take these out. I'm going to just smooth these little tails right here. I want those a little bit more definite in there, through there. And then that's when you just want to go back in and make sure that everything is secure through there. And then of course I'm going to put in my bling here. So I'm going to put in one here. I'm going to go through there. Just put a couple of these in. See guys, this is just really super easy, super fast. I like to do stuff that's really easy for you guys to be able to follow. And just make sure you really spray under here, you know, and then anytime you have any kind of flyaway, just use your tail of your comb and then just really start to just smooth those out. Anything like that. And then you just get this beautiful chignon that you can do on short hair. Okay, well, I hope you guys like that. Happy styling. See you next time. Bye.